Okay, so here's another example of a rule filing that was filed back in 2024, where it got to the point in the process where they're instituting proceedings to determine whether or not to approve it. That means you know that the rule filing has substantive value, and in this one, it was filed by PHLX, SR PHLX 2024-51 last year. However, it's January 27th, 2025 when this notice here was filed, so you can see how some of these take quite a long time to get finalized, and this one's actually having to go to court to determine whether or not to approve it. So essentially what this one is, they filed on October 8th, 2024 to amend Options 8, Section 34, which is flex trading, to clarify certain functionality. Number 2, list PM settled flex index options whose exercise settlement value is derived from closing prices on the last trading day prior to expiration that expire on or within 2 business days of a third Friday of the month expiration. That would be OPEX. Number 3, permit flex options on certain exchange-traded funds to be settled by delivery in cash if the underlying security meets prescribed criteria and set forth the applicable position and exercise limits for these options. And 4, require that position and exercise limits for flex options be aggregated with non-flex options in certain circumstances. It was published for comment in the Fed Register on October 29th. On December 12th, pursuant to Section B2 of the Securities and Exchange Act, the Commission designated a longer period, which led us to this filing here, where they're going to be instituting proceedings to determine whether or not to approve it. Now, the description of this rule changed. Dating all the way back to 2023, the exchange filed a rule change to amend the manner in which flex options are traded and transacted on PHLX's trading floor. And then they'll link this filing here. It says see Securities Exchange Act release number 97658, June 7th, 2023. And then it gives you some background there. It says here that all executed flex contracts will be reported to OPRA and sent to the OCC for clearing, similar to all other equity index and US dollar settled foreign currency options. So essentially, this filing here, this new one that we're currently discussing, they're proposing to further amend the rules proposed in SR PHLX 2023-22 and SR PHLX 2024-24, and proposes to implement these changes in this proposal, as well as SR PHLX 2023-22 and SR PHLX 2024-24 at the same time. Specifically, they propose to, again, amend Options 8, Section 34, to clarify functionality. That's basically just repeating everything I just said. And it says here that the following proposed changes are described in more detail in the notice. The exchange proposes to amend Options 8, again, repeating everything I just said. So the proceedings regarding this, they're instituting proceedings to determine whether or not the change should be approved or disapproved. Institution of such proceedings is appropriate at this time in view of the legal and policy issues raised by the proposed rule change. Institution of proceedings does not indicate that the Commission has reached any conclusions with respect to any of the issues involved. Rather, as described below, the Commission seeks and encourages, again, interested persons to provide additional comment on the proposed rule change to inform the Commission's analysis of whether to approve or disapprove the change. And then the burden, apparently, right here they say that the burden to demonstrate that a proposed rule change is consistent with the Exchange Act and the rules and regulations issued thereunder is on the self-regulatory organization. So if you find blatant violations of any rules and you happen to know what these rules are, you can post a public comment. The burden's on them. So anyways, that is what a filing looks like when it goes to proceedings. It references older filings that are related to it, how they got to this point, and then they give you reference points to go look up and determine what this is talking about. And this is related to flex floor trading surrounding OPEX expirations. Anyways, have a good one.